All right, kids. So these things in lesson 8, bubble 3, 4, and 5, are choose your own adventures. There are some really cool things that you can do with images when you're using 2D arrays. However, some of the things aren't super clear, like in the instructions, which is very similar to what you'll see on the AP exam. So just get used to it and roll with it and do your best. So I will do this negative image first, and we'll see how this shakes out. So a negative image is created by inverting the colors, so the light areas appear dark and the dark areas appear light. And the colors are reversed, with the red areas appearing as cyan, green as magenta, blues as yellow. And so this is achieved by subtracting the current red, green, and blue values from 255. So in the negative image class, let's go over here to the negative image class, which extends the image plus. And so notice the negative image does take a file name, so we will need to identify a picture, and I'll probably just use the Star Wars JPEG. So down here, so we almost always need to create like an empty 2D array of pixel objects that we can get the pixels from the image. So I think that's done over here. Get image pixels. So I'm actually going to grab that puppy because I'm going to use it over here. So we're going to create a 2D array of pixel objects that we are going to place the image pixels that would be passed to it eventually. So let's see. And then we are going to traverse the 2D array. So for int r equals 0, r, which is row, is less than, I think this is, I need to give this a name, so I will call this my pix. So my pix.length will go there. And then I want to take my rows and increment it every time. And then I want to go for int column c equals 0. I want c to be less than my pix at row r, and then I'll do the length of that, and I want to increment the c every time. Now to make this so it's a little bit easier to work with, I'm going to create like each object in that 2D array. I just want to get it out and give it a name. So I'm going to call this, it's a pixel object, and I'll call it the current pix. And that is going to be my pix at the row and the column. And then I forgot to do my keyboard is kind of buggy right there. So what I need to do is I need to get the current red value, and then I would like to set it equal to the 255 minus the current red value. So let me go, this is going to be an int, and I'll call this new red, and this is going to be the current pixel value. I'm going to set it equal to the current pix.get red, but I need to subtract that from 255. I could have done this in 2 steps. I probably should have done that in 2 steps. I probably should have done this part. I should have done this part first and kind of defined current pix red. But so I didn't. So the new red value is going to be the current pixel, and I'm going to set it equal to whatever 255 minus the current pixel get red is. So I'm getting the red value of the current pixel. I'm going to subtract it from 255, and then I'm going to set the red value of the current pixel to be that. And I'll call that new red. And I'm going to do the same thing. I might as well just copy and see if we can copy and paste this in. And I'm going to get a new green. and that's going to be green, and get green there. And then I'll do a blue. Oops, I better make it capital. And then I will set the blue here. And I will set the blue there. Okay, that's pretty good. So it's this is just a void method, so it doesn't return anything. It just does stuff. So now let's go to the Theater Runner class, and we're going to draw the image once, pause, and then we're going to apply that negative image, or make negative, and then we're going to do it again. So I think it goes like this. It goes images dot draw image, and I am going to take the oh, I need to hold on. I need to instantiate. Hold on. Let me do this. Instantiate a negative image object. Negative image, and I will call this my image. This equals a negative image, and I forgot the new in front. A new negative image object that is going to take, I'm going to use the Star Wars .gpg. I'm going to use that. And now images, I don't need to go images, draw image. I need to just go images, draw image. And I'm going to draw my image starting at 0, 0. And then I'm going to go the width. I wanted to make it as wide as possible. So I'm going to go images dot get width. So that's going to draw the untreated image. And then I'm going to go images, pause, and I'll pause for 4 seconds. And then I'm going to take my image, and I'm going to apply the make negative. And I don't need to pass anything to that. Let me just double check. It doesn't take anything, right? It doesn't take a parameter. So we're going to make the negative, and then I'm going to do this exactly the same thing I did right here. I'm going to draw the image again. And so I'm going to do exactly this. So what it's going to do is I've created my object, it's going to draw the image, and it is going to pause, and then it's going to draw the new image with the color change. So let's see what happens. I might have made an error somewhere, so let's see if I'm... Ooh. Oh, I forgot a semicolon here. And that key is not working well for me. I think everything else is okay. So let's stop it and run it. Oh, that does not look good either, does it? Oh, I guess I don't need to set it. I don't need to set it to a value. So I don't think I need to do this. Actually, all I need to do is just call it. I don't need to create anything with it. I think that's what it's yelling at me about. Because the set green, set blue, set red, those are void methods, so they don't return anything. Let's try it this time. I am really sucking at this today. Oh, I think I forgot the get width should take parentheses. So I need to put parentheses there, and if I don't put it there, it's really going to be mad. All right, let's see what happens now. Third time's the charm. So there's the original video. And then 4 seconds later, it's going to apply the color change. I think that's cool. You guys might not think that's cool. I think that is pretty cool. So just be patient. and experiment with this a little bit. I mean, it really is okay. Like what I was doing with this yesterday is instead of 255, what if I made these 155s? I don't know what would happen, and I have to be very careful. I should probably add like an if-then statement to give me like a lower bound. But what if I did that, like 155 minus the current color? So there's the original image, and then 4 seconds later it switches. So I think there's a lot of things that you can tinker with. So it is pretty powerful stuff. But again, it's working with 2D arrays, and again, there's going to be a free response question about 2D arrays. So you've got to be ready to work with 2D arrays in a lot of different settings that might not be absolutely clear. Let's run the test. Give me some checks, baby. And it did. All right, kids. Good luck with this.